If it's a hammering you're after, a hammering you shall get. Clawbringers come from a proud and ancient order of warriors. But more importantly, they've got a cute wee dragon who follows them everywhere.
Yo guys, what is up? Max on Borderlands 3 Wonderlands video. What is up? Max on Wonderlands video, and today we're talking about the new class reveals that happened earlier today. There's a new trailer to talk about, and we got Dev Diary 2. Dev Diary takes a deeper look into the game and talks more about these classes and how the game is going to be played. We got a lot of new information today to talk about. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. With that, guys, let's get right into it. So I know what you guys want to hear about. First, let's talk about these classes. Also, you may hear like a random beep every few minutes. My fire alarm has low batteries, so just ignore that. Let's talk about these classes. So we got two new class reveals. The first one are Spellshots. Now, Spellshots is going to be our like wizard spellcaster. And in this, we get to see two things that they're doing. One of the coolest things that was revealed is that they are going to be able to dual wield spells. Our like Gunzerker of this game is Spellshots. They can dual wield spells. They're the only class that can do this, and we got some more information about them from the Dev Diary. Now, the Dev Diary reads, Spellshots are gun-toting wizards who can unleash a constant barrage of spells and bullets and transform their enemies into harmless livestock with the snap of their finger. And we saw that in the trailer. They like polymorphed into an enemy into a sheep. While others may view their guns as mere weapons, the Spellshots has trained rigorously until it becomes an extension of their own magical will, weaving gun and grimoire together to enhance their spells and imbue their weapons. So it sounds like Spellshots, not only are you going to be able to use double spells and cast multiple spells at the same time and like transform enemies, but it looks like you're also going to have a focus on enhancing your weapons. So you can, it says enhance your spells and imbue your weapons. So maybe you can imbue your weapons with more elemental damage. Not really sure, but it sounds like you're going to be able to get a little bit of best of both worlds, which sounds really cool. This is so far the class that I am currently leaning towards. I don't know how strong spells are going to be in Wonderlands, but the ability to wield two of them and like come up with combos of different spells is going to be crazy. In addition to spells, and I'll talk about the next class in a second, part of the Dev Diary, they talk about damage types, which I wanted to talk about with our Spellshot. There are 5 elemental damage types available in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and these are confirmed. These are the new types. We have fire, nothing new there. Frost, or cryo, it's called frost in this. Lightning is going to be called lightning instead of electric damage or shock damage. Poison, so that like whole poison spells and poison weapons and stuff like that is going to be a thing. And lastly, the oddball element, because fire, frost, lightning, and poison we kind of all saw. The last one is now called dark magic. Dark magic is our 5th element. I don't know what dark magic is going to do, but it goes on to say that you're going to need to match elements in this game similar to Borderlands games. So it looks like we might see like corrosive bars being poison bars. I'm not sure what dark magic is going to be. Maybe dark magic works best against like dragons or like undead enemies. We do talk a little bit more about some of the new enemy types. Next up, let's there's so much to talk about. Let's go over the class and then we'll go over some of the other things. So the next class to be revealed are Clawbringers. Now, Clawbringers we've seen in prior trailers. They've got the big hammer that's got kind of like dragon wings on it, and they've got the dragon wings on their shoulders. These classes, or this class, are faithful warriors who bring down thunder and flames upon their enemies with a spectral hammer alongside their fire-breathing wyvern companion. This class of the 4 classes that we've seen is the first class that we've seen that has a dedicated companion that is a fire-breathing dragon. I think that is so cool. This class is looking really, really awesome. They've got this like big hammer slam that's going to clear out rooms. In addition to that, they've also got a hammer throw. I forget what the names of the abilities are called. They're probably showing on screen right now, so I look silly, but also a hammer throw that does like lightning damage that's going to hit enemies on its way there, have an AoE impact, and then hit enemies on its way back. This class is shaping up really, really nicely. In addition to that, in the media alert, they talk about a little bit about their dragon aura. It's like the dragon class, and they have a dragon aura that empowers their whole party with additional damage and more. So it sounds like this class is not only going to be offering up a lot of fire damage, it's going to have a dragon, you're going to be able to throw your hammer, and you're going to have team buffs, which I'm really excited about of all this information. There's so many things, but one thing that I'm really excited about is it looks like they're going back to some of their roots with more team-oriented stuff and co-op-oriented stuff. In Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, there was a lot of co-op abilities and co-op encouraged gameplay. In Borderlands 3, every class was kind of self-sustaining. You could revive yourself, you had lifesteal, and it sounds like, and I'm hoping, there are going to be some more team-oriented, some more co-op-oriented things to take down these tougher dungeons with kind of picking out what classes you want to play to fight the hardest content, which I'm really excited for. Next, we get to talk about wards, rings, and amulets. So next we get to talk about wards, rings, and amulets. Now, this information was not shown in the trailer, but in the little dev diary and in the media alert they put out, they talk about this stuff. So wards are replacing shields. Wards are now shields. In order to survive in Wonderlands, you're going to want to equip a ward, which will envelop your Fate Maker in a swirl of shielding magic. Now, they go on to talk about wards and the different kinds. They say there's going to be 5 different types of wards, and you'll know what type of ward you've got based on its appearance. You're going to have like wards that are covered in like vines, and other wards that are going to have more steampunk look, and other ones that are going to have like wrapped in bones. And they don't talk about what the different 5 kind of types are, but they're going to be defined by these looks. And I'm assuming that maybe the ones wrapped in vines will be more like health shields or turtle shields, you know what I mean? Also, they talk about rings and amulets. Now, rings and amulets are new to Wonderlands. I'm gonna give you my thoughts afterwards, but I'm just gonna read this out to you. So rings typically provide a flat boost to your loadout, like increases to action skill duration, damage, or magazine size for a given gun type, companion type, and so on. Amulets are more likely to grant special effects, like a chance to instantly reload your equipped gun's ammo after a melee hit. They can also increase things like class power and damage, whether that's all your damage across the board or more specific avenues like guns or status effect damage. So rings are flat boosts. They sound like artifacts to me, or how artifacts function in Borderlands 3, mainly the stat boosts on it, but they're not going to do anything else besides stat boosts. And I'm assuming you can equip 2 because it does rings. So 2 stat boosts that you can wear, plus amulets, which will have a special effect, like giving you instantly reload your weapon after equipping or after a meleeing hit, which is cool. And then can also have things like class power and damage. They don't mention anything like class mods or anointments. I would be very shocked if class mods are removed, because I feel like that's just a super important part to Borderlands or Borderlands type games. And they don't mention anything about anointments, but it does look like you're going to be getting some of anointment like special effects from these amulets, and it just is going to add to build diversity and class diversity. I'm super excited about that. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't talk about. If you guys want to go check out the full trailer, or I really recommend heading to the website. They go into a little bit more detail about the Dragon Lord and Valentine and Fred, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to keep it relatively short. One of my biggest takeaways that I did want to mention is that from watching this gameplay, I think they're nailing just how fluid the spell casting mixing with the guns, mixing with the melee looks. You could have all these different things and they feel clunky individually, but just from the little bit of gameplay that I've seen in this trailer, it looks like combat is looking exceptionally fluid, which I cannot wait for, and the animations of the spells look top-notch. Super cool. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. I will have links to all of the things if you want to read more, watch more about this game. I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.